pledge.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which stands one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And if we could just stay standing for just a minute. Remember all our emergency service workers, military, and also some of the folks locally who passed away in the last couple weeks. Most notably Tanya Hurst, James Conley, two local folks who knew a lot of people and will be sorely missed. Thank you. A shout out to Cale Putt, who is here with us tonight. Stand up there, Cale. Cale's working on his citizenship in the community badge. And I always like when we have young folks come to the meeting who are trying to get their citizenship in the community badge, because everyone's always on their best behavior at the meeting. So thank you for being here tonight. So we'll reopen the public hearing in regards to the permitting and regulating short-term rental properties within 1 and 2 family homes. I need a motion and a second. Motion by trustee Gargiulo, is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by trustee Carroll. The floor is yours, if anybody. And just so you know, Mr. Wells, in the minutes tonight, we have your email that you sent. So it's included in the minutes from the last meeting. Thank you again. We're going to probably do that at our work session we're going to have later this month, but I didn't want to touch anything yet because so the public, you know. Thank you. You're a great guy.
Always want to help.
Thank you. No, wait a minute. My prerogative. You don't want me to?
Maybe I'm late to the party. This is for just 1 and 2 family homes?
Yes, sir.
And you want to give them tax breaks or extra taxes?
Neither.
Well, you want to pay them extra taxes?
Right now, neither. It's just really to create a law to, in general terms speaking, mostly monitor, not so much like I'm going to be coming into your house and checking it out, but knowing who the property owners are, because we're starting to see more and more LLCs and Airbnbs coming into the community. And so it seems to be a problem in other communities, and the law that we have currently that we put together actually came from another community. But like the Village of Warwick is experiencing it tenfold. Village of Cornwall just went through a vigorous law too and passed because they're experiencing it too. And while we're not the same as the Village of Cornwall, the Village of Warwick, it's still happening here. So we're just trying to get a little bit ahead of it. So the law talks about a bunch of different things, you know, registering with the village, making sure you have proper insurance, and, you know, the parking's available, and regular routine maintenance, you know, on the properties being upheld. Just gives us a little more teeth to deal with it, because in most situations what we're seeing is that a lot of people who don't live in the community own these properties. So we just want to make sure we have a little strength with that. And you can get a copy of the law on the website, or just pop in and we'll give you a copy. We haven't made any adjustments really to it yet. We've had the public hearing open, I want to say, for this is the 3rd meeting. So the board's going to have a work session where we kind of hammer out a bunch of stuff that we've been talking about for the last month and a half, 2 months. the law as it is now is pretty rigid, so it'll probably be watered down a little bit, something that makes more sense. We don't want to be really, really strict and intrusive, but we want to have something. Lisa, this is a question. If I close the public hearing tonight, or can I just keep the public hearing open?
Well, you can either keep the public hearing open, you can close the public hearing, modify the local law, and then based on the modifications, if they're significant, and they might be, then you're going to start the process over again anyway with a new public hearing.
Regardless of whether or not okay, so that's gonna happen anyway. So we can close the public hearing tonight, we're gonna make significant modifications, then we'll have another public hearing, and one should do it, and we should be all right. Okay, so if there's no comments from anybody in the public, okay?
This would be, is this like the Airbnb tax I hear about?
No, that was already done, yeah. Okay, you have anything? You sure? Okay. Like I said, we're gonna have a work session later this month, or the beginning of February. It'll be changed, and then we'll do another public hearing.
Yeah, I missed the town meeting, so I just came here to hopefully get some information.
Sure, no problem. Okay, so I just need a motion to close this public hearing, and like I said, we'll have another meeting, and then we'll probably have another public hearing.
Motion to close the public hearing on the regulating short-term rental properties.
Motion by trustee Ramus, is there a second? Seconded by trustee Gardjulo, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried. So, I'm going to read this real quick. It's from the Highland Falls Police Department, Chief Jason Twerpy. On the evening of December 16th, 2025, Officer Shiver and Rollin Jr. received a call to a home where a person was attempting suicide with a box cutter knife. Upon arrival, the officers quickly identified the person who had self-inflicted life-threatening damage by cutting his throat, his arms, and lost significant blood. Following verbal commands that did not work, both officers did not hesitate and quickly subdued the man to take the knife away from him. First aid care was provided to the man, and a medical helicopter was called, transported the man to Westchester Hospital. The actions of these officers were instrumental in preventing loss of life and contributed significantly to his survival under circumstances where the loss of life was evident and imminent. This conduct reflects exceptional professionalism, sound judgment, and dedication to duty, and is the type of service and professionalism we seek to display at the Highland Falls Police Department. So in layman's terms, a few weeks ago, the call came across to our dispatcher, and the call was a little, came across as one thing, but when the cops showed up, the spouse of the individual called, and it was very traumatizing, and the call actually came in one way, and the two officers responded to the house, and it was a complete disaster. And after hearing the entire story, it was very amazing that these two officers acted as quickly as they did. And, I'm not a doctor, but saved this fellow's life, without a doubt. That, along with the other emergency services that showed up that night. So, Officer Shiver's been with us for some time, actually. Very quiet fella. I mean, sometimes you could be standing right next to, oh, he's right here. You could be standing right next to him and you wouldn't even know. And Officer Rollin is no rookie when it comes to police work. He actually comes from the city with a career down there for some time, but has been with us a very short time, but nonetheless acted swiftly. And when I talked about the chief in regards to this whole situation, we thought it absolutely fitting to make sure that they get service awards, medal, and the board, I absolutely wanted to thank them and show the community that good things can happen, even when we hear a lot of tragedy. So, if officers want to come up.
So I'm beyond proud to be able to present these certificates and ribbons. I don't have a doubt in my mind that the gentleman that they helped, he would not be with us today if it wasn't for their actions. There was no hesitation. When reasoning failed, they sprung into action, took the box cutter away from the man, subdued him, were able to render first aid and get him to the help that he needs. So without a doubt, these guys are heroes, and I couldn't be any more proud of them.
And on behalf of the village board, in recognition of your swift and courageous actions that saved the life of a resident in crisis, your dedication, professionalism, and compassion exemplify the highest standards of service. On behalf of the residents, we express our deepest gratitude for your heroic efforts and unwavering commitment to protecting life. So thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, guys.
Great job.
Any local organizations have comments for tonight? Any elected officials in the room? We have newly elected Councilman Leahy. Congratulations on your swearing in. Do you have anything tonight? Okay. Public comment on agenda items. There's a copy of the agenda in the back if you need it.
I have a question.
Sure, sir.
So for agenda item 9, is comments for that for tonight or more for this meeting that was going to be set?
Yeah, so we're just setting a meeting up. Real quick, I had spoken with the organization or company that wants to do a battery storage facility in Satterley Grove. So I met with them twice. The first time was just an introduction, kind of saying what they wanted to do. And the second time we met, because I had said to them, well, you should probably go talk to the residents in Satterley Grove, because it's right there in the residential area. So the second time we met, they kind of, mentioned what houses they knocked on, and I kind of went around the street, knowing most of the folks that live there, because I live in Satterley Grove too, so, and so they had some more homework to do. But then after thinking about it, I said, it's kind of silly, we should just have a town hall meeting. So I wanted to have a town hall meeting. I'll run the meeting, and the company will be there, and it's really for the folks, it's for anybody in the community, but it's primarily for the folks in Satterley Grove, because they're gonna be the ones that could potentially be most directly affected by it. So we came up with 2 dates, January 15th at 6:30 at the Senior Center, which is 15 Drew Ave. And then if it's bad weather that night, if we get hit with a snowstorm or something, we'll move it to a different day.
Okay.
Yeah, but if you have anything on that, it'll probably be at that meeting. It doesn't come before this board for anything right now. I don't know if they'll need a special use variance if they have to, because it's really not, zoned in that area for that. Maybe it'll come to us for that, I don't know. But at this point, it's still in its infancy stages, but I think it's important that we get, some feedback from the community, yes?
I'm sorry, could we just have your name? For the-
Yeah, sure, I'm sorry.
James Magaletta, I'm at 34 Cedar Lane.
Thank you.
Thank you. Roger had it.
Yeah, Roger Kelly. What exactly is this for?
It's a green energy company that has basically they take power off the grid. Again, this is layman's terms, I'm putting it in. They take power off the grid, store it in batteries, and then push it back when it's peak hours.
So they basically store batteries?
It's not storing batteries, they're batteries that store the energy or power. Yes, sir.
Michael, is it like the facility in Warwick that has recently had a problem?
Yeah. Yeah.
Does that show any like concern?
Yeah.
So, like,
A lot of concern.
so is there any way to like, to just nip that in the bud?
Kill it?
Before it even becomes an issue?
Not right in this minute, no.
The safety concern doesn't,
Yeah, I mean, if everything was hunky-dory and everything was, land of the Smurfs, they still have to go through a bunch of hoops anyway. Planning, zoning, probably at least 2 meetings of planning, they'd have to go through the zoning variance, probably 120 days worth of meetings between planning and zoning. So, and they want the community's buy-in. They're not naive to the fact that if 30 residents show up to a planning or zoning board meeting, they know what's gonna happen. So, look, any company that comes into the community that wants to invest or be a member, we listen to them, all right? They have an opportunity to come and speak. But, the residents have to have buy-in. So if you guys don't like it, then it won't happen. That I'm sure of. Yes,
Where
sir.
exactly on Cedar Lane are we talking about?
It is literally right, if you're on Cedar Lane and you come to Satterley Grove, the intersection, if you're at that intersection, you're at that stop sign to make a left down to Satterley Road, it would be behind the houses there, on your right, if you're at that stop sign. I guess that would be considered what, the west side of Cedar?
Okay.
If you're at the stop sign and Satterley Road's to your left, it would be on your right.
Tom Steinke, 47 Cedar Lane. To my knowledge, they were supposed to build it right across the street from me.
Yeah, it's gonna be on that property behind you. Or, and actually, coming out of your house, it would be in front of.
I know I'll be able to see.
Yeah, so. There's a lot of different variables. It's important that you all hear it and you make an educated guess. It could still be no. I'm a no right now, but I want to at least hear it.
So just so everybody knows as well, they did an informal at one of the planning board meetings already. They showed their concept to them, but that's as far as they got at the planning board level. And then there are concerns, issues, the zoning, et cetera. So their next move was to come and talk to this board, which I think is good, because now we're gonna have it out totally in the public at a meeting, because a lot of those planning board meetings are not well attended. So knowing that it's gonna be at a village hall meeting, I think is gonna be a big plus. And you'll all get a chance to look at what their proposal is.
Is that zone is residential or commercial?
No, it's residential, so there's a lot of things. First of all, I don't believe it's a permitted use. So that's just one of the many things that they're gonna have to work on, if at all it's gonna be allowed.
That's what I'm saying, there's a tremendous amount of hoops they'd have to run through anyway, but I think it's important to get ahead of it and just have a meeting and just get the public's input.
So please come to this meeting,
Yeah.
January
Oh, we will
15th, that we're setting.
definitely do that.
Yeah,
We will definitely.
and I think we're gonna try to do notices for Satterley Grove. Again, the whole community's invited, but it really directly affects you folks.
Yeah, because we're already putting out the word, and a lot of people said they will show up.
Yep,
So,
Someone did.
yeah. So. Okay, you guys okay with that? No comment on no public comment on agenda items? Okay, I have bills and claims for warrant number 2508 for fiscal year 25-26 in the total amount of $257,198.59. I need a motion and a second to approve. Motion by trustee Gargiulo, is there a second? Seconded by trustee Carroll. All in favor? Opposed? Motion carried. Next on the agenda is minutes from December 1st and December 9th. December 1st meeting was public hearings amending the zoning law on short-term rental property. And December 9th was a special meeting workshop on zoning. You have the minutes in front of you. If you're okay with it, I just need a motion and a second, and we approve.
Motion.
Motion by trustee Gargiulo. Is there a second?
Second?
Seconded by trustee Olivia. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried, thank you. Next is a resolution for fiscal year 25-26 budget transfer general fund. Whereas the January 5th, 2026 Village Board meeting, the Village Board approved the budget transfer for general fund to workers' comp from Chase General Fund 7927 to NCA Comp Workers' Compensation 0658 for the total amount of $2,104.91. Need a motion, a second, and a roll call. Motion by trustee Gargiulo, is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by trustee Ramus. Roll call.
Trustee Olivia?
Yes.
Trustee Ramus?
Yay.
Trustee Carroll?
Yes.
Trustee Gardullo?
Yes.
Mayor DeSalvo?
Yes, motion carried, thank you. Next is a resolution for the standard workday reporting resolution for elected and appointed officials. You have that in front of you. So it's the village clerk Heidi Johnson of the governing board of Village of Highland Falls, State of New York, do hereby certify that I have compared the foregoing with the original resolution passed by such board at a legally convened meeting held on the 5th of January 2026. On file as part of the minutes of such meeting, and such same is a true copy thereof, the whole such original. A witness thereof, the Village of Highland Falls. So I need a motion and a second to approve this.
Motion?
Motion by trustee Olivia. Is there a second? Second by trustee Gargiulo. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next on the agenda is an authorization for myself or the deputy mayor, Mr. Ramus, to sign the inspection proposal for professional engineering services for the dam safety inspection of the Bog Meadow Reservoir. This is Lower Bog Meadow, and this is what we got the grant for, the $2 million grant. So the total cost on the first page is $4,500 for the dam safety inspection. I need a motion, second, and approve. Motion by trustee Gargiulo. Is there a second? Seconded by trustee Carroll. All in favor?
Aye.
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
In the scope of work on, it's actually on both of these.
Yep.
It says that they will review the pertinent information regarding the dam as provided by the Village of Highland Falls.
Mhm.
I'm just curious what information we would
We
be
have-
providing to them.
Sure, we have to file a regular dam report,
Okay.
so that's part of it, the
Okay.
DEC requires.
Okay.
You good?
Yes.
Okay, so all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. And this is dam 2. So 4,500 for that as well. So they're gonna do Lower Bog and Upper Bog, or actually, I'm sorry, they're gonna inspect the reservoir dam and then Lower Bog too. So this is 4,500 for that. I need a motion and a second for that. Motion by trustee Gargiulo, seconded by trustee Olivia. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. We have an appointment of a, excuse me, part-time dispatcher, Samuel Carvello, effective immediately with 1 year of employment probation per the recommendation of the police chief Torpy. I need a motion and a second.
Motion.
Motion by trustee Ramus, is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by trustee Carroll. Maximum probation on that? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries, thank you. And then appointment of Anastasia Krieger, promoted to full-time head dispatcher per the recommendation of Police Chief Torpy. She's been with us now for a while, and she does a great job.
Motion?
Motion by trustee Olivia,
Second.
seconded by trustee Ramus. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. We're going to set a special meeting date for New Leaf Energy. It's not something that the whole board has to go to. I'm planning on running the meeting. I would recommend that you go, but it will be, again, January 15th, 2026 at 6:30 PM at the Highland Falls Senior Center, 15 Drew Avenue, to discuss the Cedar Lane Energy Storage Project. You want a motion and a second for that? Okay. Okay, I'll take a motion to set that special meeting.
Motion.
Motion by trustee Ramus, seconded by trustee Carroll. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. I guess you have to be there now. And again, I forget what the second day was, the 22nd. So if we get hit with a snowstorm and it's, unsafe to travel, it'll be the 22nd, same time, same location.
I would just note for the board, I cannot make that meeting, but I'm reviewing a similar project for Montebello.
Okay.
And you're going to the village board.
Yeah, we're not taking any action. It's really for the company to hear from the public, which I think they need to.
Will the company be there?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I set the meeting date in conjunction with them, so I asked them for 2 days, so. And then number 10 on the agenda is to move the workshop meeting in observance of Martin Luther King Jr. Day to Tuesday, January 20th, 2026 at 7 PM Village Hall.
Motion.
Motion by trustee Ramus, seconded by
Second.
trustee Gargiulo. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Public comment? On anything?
See you on the 15th.
See you on the 15th. Is everybody Satterley Grove? Yeah.
We're on Laurel, 1 Laurel,
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I know where
the
you are.
old Forester House.
Yeah. Right across the street.
Yeah. I know where the road is.
I mean, I still consider that Satterley Grove, even though I'm on that side of the street, Nothing? Nobody has anything? Okay. No, like, serious, deep-hearted questions for 2026? Nothing? Okay. Liaison reports. Trustee Olivia.
Okay, I'll start with the building department report for December. We had 13 permit applications received, 12 permits were issued, no operating permits, 17 certificates of compliance, no certificates of occupancy, 50 building permit inspections, 4 violation notices were issued, 38 violations were closed out, 9 municipal searches were completed, and we had 6 FOIL requests. The building department again has a new part-time code enforcement officer beginning, I believe, tomorrow. This position is a heavy lift, but I am sure that we're going to see a lot of good work from her. So residents, be on your best behavior. Bring your garbage cans in after pickup, move your cars off the streets before snowstorms, and make sure that you shovel the sidewalks adjacent to your property. Even a dusting, if not removed, can freeze and cause some slippery conditions. And we all know that time goes by and only makes the falls much harder. So let's keep each other safe out there and upright. Some local happenings and reminders. The Church of Holy Innocents hosts the Winter Market every Saturday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. The Town of Highlands Environmental Committee is collecting burned out string lights for proper recycling. You can bag those and drop them off at the community garden. The Center of Highland Falls is offering an English as a second language class for $30 per person. That'll be Sundays starting January 25th through March 8th. And you can sign up for that at the center. That's 264 Main Street, and you can get all kinds of information that they have going on. They have a men's group that meets regularly, as well as a Ladies Who Laugh group that meets 10:30 to 11:30 on the third Wednesday of every month. The Town of Highlands Historical Society is looking to expand their members this year and is offering memberships for 250 cents in recognition of this being our 250th birthday. The library has book clubs for adults. That's Saturday groups and Tuesday groups. And Mahjong is every Tuesday at 1:30, so you can pop into the library for more information there. We have a grand opening for Antojitos Plus. That will be Saturday, January 10th from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m., along with a ribbon cutting for the brand new Bean and Barrel, which will be January 20th at 4 p.m. The Town of Highlands Chamber will meet on January 21st. If you have a local business that you'd like to host a chamber meeting, please reach out to Dee Dee Moreno or Sally Dorsch. The American Legion is hosting a murder mystery dinner party on Saturday, January 24th at 5 p.m., as well as another bingo night. That will be Sunday, February 15th. This one is a pocketbook bingo, so ladies who are in the market for a new handbag and a fun evening out of the house, make your way to the Legion. And you can find more information on all these events online. And with this being the first meeting for 2026, I'm going to exploit the new year, new me, and issue a friendly challenge to the community. I've shared with you tonight many different things happening in the days to come. So I hereby challenge you to participate this year in something, just one thing, anything. If you've thought about going to a meeting, pick one. There are many. There are celebratory events and events just because. We have more clubs and groups than I've been able to fit on a single piece of paper. So choose whatever tickles your fancy and please participate. That's it for me.
Trustee Ramus.
So for December, the sewer treatment plant was as follows. The daily flow for December was 655,000 gallons a day. We had a lot of rain. Precipitation was 2.5 inches during the month. When we get a lot of rain, we get a lot of extra water in there from sump pumps. Again, I just ask everybody, if you have a sump pump in your basement, just make sure it drains outside and not into the sewer system, because we have to treat that water and it costs us money, your money. Down at the plant, they continue to perform their general maintenance on all the equipment. The pump station checks as well. We're all done and everything was working good except for one, which I will discuss in a moment. All their process samples have been to the DEC, just waiting on a return. Generally, they're all good. The previous month came back all good. The Webb Lane lift station generator was serviced and is operating fine now. And we had to actually utilize that on the 29th due to the power outage. So it was good that we had a check on the 24th and with that service, and now that we had an incident, it's up and working great. Power was out from 9 until 2, I believe, and I think maybe a little longer in a couple locations. Wires down caused that. Then the recycle pump number 1, we sent that to the repair shop. It's beyond repair. So we're going to have to discuss how much that's going to cost to get another one when we replace it. They do have money in their budget. On a lighter note, Salute to Saturdays. This is it's run by Heroes, Cowboys, and Companions. They do a lot of stuff for veterans, first responders, and their family members. It's in a couple of different locations, Pine Bush, Middletown, and the next one coming up is a candle soap making workshop, and this will be at Pine Bush, 161 Center Street. If anybody needs information, you just got to RSVP. I have a QR code here, or you can call Dwayne or Jackie at 845-869-5336, or you can go on Heroes and Cowboys website and sign up there as well. On the 21st of February, they have a self-defense class. That will be at the American Legion. On the 21st of March, they got a bonsai tree, and you will receive a bonsai tree and learn how to actually take care of it and trim it. April 18th, they're doing bird feeders, getting ready for the spring, which after a couple of these snowstorms, people are already asking when it's coming. May 18th, this for the young gentlemen out there that are just getting back, basic welding. And then on the 20th of June, there'll be an oyster and shiitake mushroom at 258 Prosperous Valley Road in Middletown. Again, a lot of great things that Dwayne and Jackie do for the community and for the vets and the first responders. Great people, and anybody who wants to go or needs more information on it, they can see me after the meeting. The other thing, so I spoke with some people in the county exec's office, and they got some new headliners for the air show this year. They're gonna have the Blue Angels out there and the Thunderbirds. So it's gonna be much bigger than it was last year. And the county exec was on the radio this morning, and he's actually talking about getting in touch with West Point about the 250 year anniversary of this great country. And he wants not only that to happen bigger and better at West Point, but he was also talking about possibly something transpiring at the Orange County Fairgrounds. That's it, sir.
Trustee Carroll.
The daily water, raw water flow average for the facility from December 27th to January 2nd was 430,000 gallons per day. The daily average water storage tank level was 31.1. Those are both excellent. To go back to the 430 gallons that went through the system, Jimmy said something like 200,000 gallons more was processed at the sewer plant. The code enforcement officer, I imagine, will be trying to see if we really do have a problem with people with sub pumps, or is that just the sewer system that makes up practically another, 200,000, and that's a lot when you're dealing with 430. All right, so now each day our daily operations were normal. They decreased the filter flows 3 times that week. The daily operations were normal after that. Upper bog valve is still open. Let's see, outstanding issues. In-house water pump has been delivered. Town of Highlands water usage average is 90,000 gallons a day. That's, Fort Montgomery, they're using 90,000. Inspecting homes for lead service lines as called for are received. Okay, Upper Bog Meadow, the water level is at 60%. That's good for this time of year. Close the upper bog valve at 12:18. Valve's volume is still closed. Lower Bog Meadow spillway is flowing. Jim's Pond, the water is near the spillway. The valve is open. 9W Reservoir, water is flowing over the dam. This week, weeks ahead, the backwash pump has been ordered. It'll be 5 to 6 weeks before it's delivered. Continued water meter installations this week. Continue inspecting homes for lead service lines. You have to call in and, say that you're available for them to come in and inspect. Install the house water pumps. Order new raw water turbidity control to replace the current failing unit. Clear out settling basin number 1. So everything looks to be pretty good. Let's let's see, trustee, Giulio and I went up to see the manager of the plant the other day, and, you know, we had a great talk with him. He's gonna prepare a paper for me to, on anything that he needs us to just start to address on, so we know what we need to do to improve the process. The room that we keep the fluoride in, we know has to get work done. We have to get two new doors there because it's not satisfactory. We have to close off a section of the floor, get an exhaust fan in there and an intake fan, and try to isolate that room because of the fluoride and what we've been learning over the past year about fluoride. It has, from reports, it has jeopardized a lot of the computer work up there. You know, it's eating away at the paint and the windows, and we want to make sure that everything is safe. So that's another thing we're looking at. All right, I think that's it.
Thank you. Trustee Gargiulo.
The DPW report, I just wanted to note a couple of things. The leaf vac did pick up leaves 3 days after the first storm we had, winter storm that we had. I do believe they are still picking up bagged leaves, if you have them out. Our guys are really being proactive. We have a new team. We have a new guy, Brandon Clore. We have a new fellow, Joey Lennon, and they're in training now, and they're really doing a great job. I really want to commend the community, too, during the last snowstorm for really getting out and being proactive in moving your cars, doing sidewalks. Bumps and hiccups there are, and we regrouped, you know, the next day, and you'll probably see more action or better transfer the next storm coming out. Also a reminder, too, that the municipal lots, although they're open, at 24 hours you need to move those cars so they can get out there and they can clean. That's that on that. The DPW guys also are doing a lot of in-house work. We had one of our police cars had like minor damage on it, and Matt Troy did an amazing job in fixing it, so we didn't have to outsource that. Also, he came to me, and we had a lot of parts from like years past that he's actually going in to get credits for, because we don't have that machinery anymore to get credit to get new parts for some of our newer machinery, which will be nice, and we can have it on hand. As for community, Elena really kind of covered a lot, which was great. There is also a second chamber, the Town of Highlands Joint Chamber, and their meeting is tomorrow, the 6th. I don't think it's a battle of chambers as much as one's a more marketing focused, and the other one is, I'm sorry? Okay. One is more marketing focused, and the other one is more real event focused and such for the businesses. And hopefully they will be able to come together and work together. Community Connections resumes their Century Gym Saturday mornings, 9 to 10 a.m. at the new Fort Montgomery Gym, which is really, it's actually pretty Century friendly, so it's really good. And the last thing I wanted to mention is, I don't think, Elena, the January 19th, the Martin Luther King Parade, starting at 10:45 at the Sacred Heart Church, and it ends at the St. Mark's Baptist Church. And that's all I really have right now.
Thank you.
And just so you know, this past weekend, it's been real cold. So I seen some people out on Long Pond ice fishing. We got Royal Park Pond here. The rec department generally puts a flag up. Please don't go on there unless you see a green flag. We're gonna inquire with them about if they're actually gonna do that this year. But just be safe when you're out there. Ice fishing is always a good time, but be safe. And last thing, sir, was I forgot to say that Army won their bowl game. So congratulations to the Army football team.
Thank you. Got a few things. Quick is the Highland Falls Police Department monthly report. There was a total of 776 calls, 1 felony arrest, 5 misdemeanor, 2 other violations. Summons is issued 51 parking, 34 traffic. Total summonses were 85. Total mileage was 3,721 miles. So, thank you for the PD. I happened to be visiting my dad the other day on Walnut, and he got a knock at the door. And I don't usually single out businesses, particularly, you know, we want all the businesses to thrive. But these 4 young ladies were at the door, and they were extremely professional, adorable, and they're called the Dog Walkers of the Highlands. And I just wanted to give them a shout out because, let's see, they say that they're, I'll read this to you. I'll read this little excerpt. Us walkers are trusted 11-year-olds and experienced dog owners, so we know what it takes and the responsibilities to walk your dog. And they give specific instructions and what they charge for a half mile, 1 mile, 1.5 miles, 2 miles, 2.5 miles, and 3 miles. And they give, here's the list of walkers. There's Olivia G., Evelyn E., Lalani L., Jayla L., Lily M., Andy P., Skyla M., and Gianna V. And the message at the bottom really hit home, which said, peace, love, dog. So this is the flyer they handed out. They were they were good sales folks. And there was 4 of them, but only 2 were in the business, the other 2 were security. So it was it was cute. And my dad was more interested in shovelers than dog walkers because he doesn't own a dog. But, I thought it was pretty cute. Again, just to reiterate, January 15th, 6:30, Senior Center for the battery storage facility. In regards to Satterley Road, Grove, please come to that. I know Trustee Gargiulo and Trustee Olivia mentioned snow removal. Depending on what Facebook page you're on, we did a superb job, we did a lousy job, we did a great job, we did a horrible job. You know, if you live in the Northeast, especially if you live in Orange County, you're definitely going to shovel snow. If you have a sidewalk in front of your property or house, you're most likely going to have to attend to it. Plows don't have a lot of flexibility when they're moving snow out of the street. But regardless if you have a sidewalk or not, I've shoveled my front of my driveway numerous times during a snowstorm. It does happen. The plow drivers do not get off or find happiness in plowing the snow back into your driveway. They do not all get together and take bets on who they could get aggravated more by putting snow back in your driveway. This is not their primary focus when they're moving snow. Their primary focus is to move snow out of the street. And we apologize that sometimes snow does go back into your driveway, or it may go back even on the sidewalk, but we will try to get to it as soon as possible. The main focus is to get the roads clear. Usually the next day, depending on what side of the community you live on, most times north end, if we get a major storm, we do put the front loader out or the backhoe out to remove snow from certain parts of the community. Please have patience. Please understand that you are going to shovel snow in the wintertime. I mean, some of the comments are extremely silly. It's snow, I understand. I don't like shoveling it either. It does happen. If someone's doing something on purpose, please call, we'll deal with it. But nobody's out there on purpose doing it. So please, the comments were, just hilarious. In regards to that, also, for the vendors and the other contractors out there who do plow snow or own property, pushing snow back into the road only causes problems after we've already plowed the snow. So please try to refrain from that as much as possible. And also, I do thank the community for their cooperation with the cars the last snowstorm. We still have a little more work to do. There were a couple streets where we just didn't move cars, but we're going to hire a new towing company to put on the roster, so hopefully that doesn't get used, but we have to have it just in case. So please use the municipal lots. I really appreciate it. A shout out to the DPW and the other village staff, Village Hall staff, and the other civic groups for all the holiday festivities we had. Santa Claus comes to our community more than I think any place. The library, Rotary, Vision, fire departments. Thank you all very, very much. It was great. Little talk about 4th of July and special events in the community. I'm going to be calling upon a special events committee. This year's special, 250 years for the United States of America. West Point, I've had preliminary discussions with them to kind of let's work together a little bit this year. It makes sense. You know, we don't own the 4th of July. Everybody owns it. So it's important that we work together with our friends to the south. In addition to that, the Village of Highland Falls turns 120 years this year. So I'm proposing we have a pretty huge festival in October. Actually, we were incorporated and voted on in 1906, October 13th, 1906. Women were allowed to vote in that election, so that's very important and noteworthy. But I would like to have a major Highland Falls festival. We're in the process of trying to put that together, and I'm looking for volunteers. This will be a special events committee. They will handle things like the 4th of July, the Highland Falls Day, and any other major events that we want to put on together. I think it's important to do that. And we should do it as a community, we should do it as a group, and I think it's going to be a great time this year. Lots to celebrate, as Trustee Olivia mentioned. Just want to give an update on the new website. It's in the final stages for the works. The clerk will have training, I believe, this week. I even have some training this week. It's being built. It's just about complete. It's going to be cell phone compatible. We're going to move the municipalities in this community to the 21st century. We will have the best website in town, guaranteed by none. They have a 3-click policy. I've mentioned this before at meetings. If you can't, they want you to find what you're looking for within 3 clicks. That's fantastic, because if you use our website now, you will pull chunks of your hair out of your head. And also, I know Trustee Gardullo was working on a separate kind of a interface where you can report issues or incidences, but we're going to have that already built into the website. You'll be able to go to the website either on your cell phone, because it's cell phone compatible. You know, it'll shrink to the size of your cell phone, and you'll be able to use it and interface with it on your smartphone. There's going to be a spot where you can report an issue, whether it's a pothole on your street or something you see out of whack. You report it, it'll go to the appropriate place, whether it's DPW, PD. So Trustee Gardullo is always looking for something to help with the community and communication and interaction. So that's going to be happening with the new website. I want to make a couple comments about grants, because I also saw a couple of comments about regards to grants, because another municipality, the town of Warwick, got a grant, which kudos to them. Other communities get grants. We're not the only folks that should be getting grants. I mean, I want every single grant, but we're not the only community that puts in for these grants. All these grants are competitive, and believe it or not, some communities, depending on the situation or what they're putting in for the grant, are worse shape than we are. We've been putting a lot of money into our sewer plant over the last 10 years. We've gotten a lot of grants. We've gotten the same grants that the town of Warwick got. We got low financing, and we also got grant money. So we've been doing a lot of work with our sewer system. Now we're focusing a lot on water. But just in the last few years, you know, we got the New York Forward grant, which was $4.5 million. We got $2 million for our Lower Bog Dam Meadow. We got $150,000 from CDBG money that's going to take care of the lot and the retaining wall and a new ADA entrance for the senior center, where we do a lot of our voting. Actually, it's all of our municipal voting in the village is done there. We got $50,000 for cameras that you saw being replaced in the community, $25,000 for a digital sign. This is only the last couple of years. We just got a couple $1,000s for the fire department for equipment. We also got money for AED. So the board takes grants very seriously. We do have a company that we put in for grants. We're constantly putting in for grants. We do pretty well on grants. Of course, I'd want to get them all. Sometimes I get a little greedy, but other communities are going to get them, and kudos to them. The town of Warwick has a lot of work to do on that sewer plant, and they take care of a lot of residents in the town of Warwick, and they have many, many millions to spend on that. You know, what you didn't see on the thing was the total project was $16 million, and they only got money for $8 million. So the rest of the community is going to have to spend $8 million. So I can only imagine what those sewer bills are going to look like in the town of Warwick. Thankfully, you guys live in Highland Falls, so you're not going to have to deal with those type of sewer bills. Shout out to our Orange County clerk, because the mobile DMV will be here Wednesday, January 14th at 10 o'clock, 15 Drew Avenue, which is the parking lot at the senior center. And lastly, from the board and myself, we want to wish you guys a happy new year. It is the first meeting of our calendar year. We will be entering budget season very, very soon. Probably later this month, I will meet with department heads and we'll start discussing our budget, which ends in May. Our fiscal year overlaps 2 years. So we'll start that. I want the community to understand there's gonna be a lot going on this year. Lots of infrastructure stuff. We have a water project in Cragston area, the south end of Village Island Falls. We have FEMA projects that are gonna be kicked off. We have walls that need to be repaired, whether it's on Center Street or Chestnut, and other various spots in the community. It's gonna be a lot of work going on. We appreciate your patience. Please understand we'll be under construction. Have any concerns, you see something that's not right, or you think you have some information or a suggestion, we love suggestions. Mr. Wells gives us suggestions all the time. We love them. We love them. No, we had a whole conversation the other day. He was in Village Hall for an hour trying to take care of a sewer bill. And it was great. It was great. Thank God I was there. We had a great time talking. So, again, we appreciate your patience. Know that this board is active and we are continuing to work for you folks. And if you have comments or concerns, we don't have a problem getting browbeat at meetings. Please come, voice your opinion. We want to try to do better. If they're logical, what I say to you the other day? Because they're like, good suggestions. They're like logical. You're not being mean. You're being just sticking to what you wanted, the topic of discussion. We appreciate that. I love that. I'm all about it.
Great partnership.
It's a great partnership. That's what we are, a partnership.
If you don't fix it, you'll find out.
If we don't fix it, I gotta get people call me all the time, all hours of the night. So, thank you all very much. I don't have anything else. I'll take a motion to adjourn.
I have one more thing. 'Cause
I'm sure you
I
did.
know, I'm sorry, I forgot about the sewer bill. The sewer bill was paying the sewer bills were extended to January 9th because there was some issue with mailing. So if you didn't pay it on December 30th, you still do have January 9th without a penalty.
Yeah, happily this time it wasn't us.
Yeah, it was.
I'm not gonna blame anyone else, but it wasn't us.
I have one more thing to say. Joe.
Sure, Trustee Carroll.
If you are interested in the dog walking service the young girls do, they came to my house too. They're so cute and so great. Come up and take a picture of the telephone number they have, but I have to tell you, they only walk dogs between 3:30 and 5, Monday through Friday, have weekends off, and they only take phone calls for scheduling an appointment from 3:30 to 5 on Thursdays, I think.
Trustee Carroll, you didn't read the flyer. You only make appointments on Thursdays from 3 to 4:30. They're very specific. And they only do walk times on Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, because Thursday, they're busy doing scheduling.
That's why I said, bring your phone with you when you read this.
But I don't know if the prices are reasonable, but they seem pretty reasonable. I mean,
I
again,
told them I'd take one day a week, and I have a fenced.
cough it up.
You have to card your own collar?
No, they take care of everything, they take care of everything, but I call them, what a crew, I mean, look,
I have a fenced-in yard, and these girls are so energetic about, being entrepreneurs. The girl that he just said, the girl that came to my house today, she's the one who shovels my snow.
Oh.
And she
So
also.
you also do
has-
shoveling too, tell them to come back to my
She
dining.
also has the lemonade stand in front of the old bowling alley in the summertime.
Out of pure capitalism.
Oh, yes.
She's just like Elon Musk. She's gonna be great. So I appreciate you helping them out. Like I say, I have this fenced-in yard, but my dog should use a long walk, and I'm not up for it. So, maybe I'll give it a mile or a mile and a half.
Ah, come on, for half a mile, it's $4, I mean, that's pretty good. Okay, motion,
$10 you get a mile and a half.
yeah, all right, motion to adjourn.
Motion.
Second. All in favor? Thank you, have a good night.